The next generation of 360 cameras might be a much bigger deal than people realize because right now, all signs are pointing toward the upcoming Insta360 X6 being one of the most important upgrades we've ever seen in a consumer 360 camera. And honestly, the timing could not be more perfect. Every year around this time, Insta360 refreshes the X series lineup. The X3 changed the mainstream 360 market. The X4 pushed resolution higher. The X5 refined performance even further. But the rumors surrounding the X6 feel completely different. This time, we're not talking about small improvements. We're talking about upgrades that could fundamentally change how people use 360 cameras. The biggest rumor by far is the possible jump to a 1-inch sensor. And if that actually happens, this instantly becomes one of the biggest leaps in the history of compact 360 cameras. A larger sensor changes everything. Better low-light performance, cleaner night footage, improved detail, stronger dynamic range, and more natural color reproduction. Most compact 360 cameras still struggle once lighting conditions get difficult. That's always been one of the biggest limitations of the category. But a 1-inch sensor could finally push 360 cameras much closer to professional imaging quality. Imagine shooting nighttime city footage, indoor travel scenes, or sunsets without the image immediately turning noisy or muddy. That's the kind of real-world difference creators would actually notice every single day. But the sensor is only part of the story. The second huge rumor is 8K recording at 60 frames per second. Now technically, we already have 8K 360 cameras, but most are limited to 30 frames per second. That's fine for casual footage, but once you start moving quickly, filming action scenes, or reframing aggressively in post-production, you begin to feel those limitations fast. 8K60 changes that. Motion becomes dramatically smoother, reframed footage stays sharper, and creators suddenly gain far more flexibility during editing. And for action creators, travel vloggers, cyclists, snowboarders, or anyone shooting movement-heavy content, this upgrade alone could completely transform the shooting experience. Then there's the rumored jump to 10-bit color recording. This may sound technical, but it's actually one of the most important upgrades for serious creators. Most consumer cameras still record in 8-bit color, which limits how far you can push footage during editing. Once you start color grading aggressively, images can break apart with ugly gradients, crushed shadows, and unnatural colors. 10-bit recording solves a lot of that. You get smoother skies, richer color transitions, better highlight recovery, and far more freedom during post-production. For creators trying to achieve cinematic-looking footage from a compact camera, this matters a lot more than people think. But honestly, the most interesting part of the X6 might not even be the hardware. It might be the AI. One of the biggest problems with 360 cameras has never been shooting footage, it's editing it afterward. Reframing, tracking subjects, selecting angles, it all takes time. And for casual users, that editing process can become exhausting fast. That's why the rumored AI auto-editing improvements could end up being a massive deal. If Insta360 can create software that automatically analyzes footage, tracks motion intelligently, and builds shareable edits with minimal effort, it could massively expand the appeal of 360 cameras beyond hardcore enthusiasts. And honestly, that might be the company's real goal here. Not just making better hardware, but making 360 content easier for normal people to create. Now, of course, some of these leaks may end up exaggerated. That always happens before major launches. But even if only half of these rumored upgrades become reality, the X6 could still end up being the most meaningful leap the 360 camera market has seen in years. So if you're already using an X4 or X5 and it still works well for you, there's probably no urgent reason to panic upgrade yet. But if you've been waiting to jump into the 360 camera world for the first time, this might be the model worth waiting for.